Welcome back, everyone. It is the trade deadline, but more importantly, it is week 12 of the SBA. Getting into the playoff hunt sooner rather than later, so it should be a fun one nonetheless. Hello, everyone. A day early here for these games because I'm going to have a super busy weekend, especially around Super Bowl time for the Patriots. So we want to get right into this. We have no time to yap, no time to talk, all the time to just get going. But first game we wanted to just get out of the way because it's the DK Wilds versus the Waluigi Spitballs, and if anything implies what's going to happen today, it's going to be a borderline murder. Derek J, welcome in. Yeah, this is going to be definitely an interesting game because the DK Wilds, one of the best teams in the league, they just can score 10 runs in the blink of an eye. The Waluigi Spitballs did get a win last week against the Diddy Monkeys, but it was at Peach Ice Garden, which is very unpredictable. All signs are pointing towards an absolute stoppage at the hands of Florida Man, but we'll see. You know, Florida Man, we've given them the benefit of the doubt before, and he's disappointed. Especially, you go back to just one of the probably the greatest game and the greatest upset of the season, DK Wilds versus Mario Fireballs, that ended in the 10th inning off a walk-off home run off a failed buddy jump. I mean, anything can happen in the SBA, so we'll see what happens here. But nevertheless, this is still a very good team, very me-heavy. Obviously, you have Heisman, Chet Neej, Taylor McWee, and where's Heisman? There it is. But Flame, go easy on me on Monday. If you know, you know. Shout out the SFA. How our game didn't even get Bear Cave is crazy. I'm just gonna say that, man. Not even because I mentioned it to TC, and he said, yeah, like both teams came off the sperm, but like it's the first time like two like popular coaches are meeting. I don't know. I don't get it. Ennis-me, the usual suspects, Alton me. And green pure Chuba. Alright. Let's do this first. Yoshi third, Red Critter second, and then DK. So now chat for me for now. Hey, you know, putting if you can put SBA on the big screen, at least show me a picture. We gotta show how we're in the big leagues now. All right. There we go. Yellow Yoshi, Red Yoshi, that is all set. And then go over to the DK Wilds. This team is absolutely stacked. Alright. That's, I think it's Chet Neej in right field. And then McWee in left. Or no, Heisman in left. Where's Taylor McWee? Oh, he's at second. Elmy third. Shortstop is Fire Bro. That was good. So then Koopa, Dark Bones, Donkey Kong, Vanilla Me, Fire Bro, Heisman, Jet Me, Cinnamon Queen. Alright. Let's get into this first game. The trade deadline is upon us, aka week 12. Some very interesting games, but we have to get the games that are suspected to be blowouts out of the way. Speaking of blowouts, here come the Waluigi Spitballs, coming off a win against the Diddy Monkeys. And if they want to keep their playoff hopes alive, they have to continue their win streak against this dominant DK Wilds team, a top 3 team in the SBA. It's going to be pretty hard, especially with Donkey Kong on the mound. So we'll see what happens here. Again, 9-2. They're with Warrior Muscles sort of battling for that second bye, but we'll see what happens here. Again, this is a team that in season 1 was one of the best teams in the league. Waluigi was the MVP of that season, so. And we'll see what happens here. How about this from Hennisme? But no good there. Ultimate did get on base though, so still you have a runner on. And here comes the X Factor. Really hasn't been an X Factor this season. Probably one of the more disappointing players. But how about this? How about this for response? And Red Critter makes it 2-0! Unbelievable! What a start for the Spitballs! And it's 2-0! Red Critter going into the season was looked at as the superstar, the quote-unquote missing piece to bring the Spitballs back to glory. Are we starting to see a little bit of a second half turn? We've seen this with a couple of teams before. You look at the Warrior Muscles from last season, was 3-3 before they went on that great stretch in the second half of the season and looked dominant. Same with the DK Wilds. Red Critter, like we said, deemed the missing piece for the Spitballs. And now can the DK Wilds respond? Again, this is a very knee-heavy team, very contact-heavy team. And then you have the power hitters. You just look at Donkey Kong as really that main factor. Player to watch for this game was obviously going to be Baby DK. Won MVP last week. And if they want any chance of winning, he has to be on his A game. Nevertheless, Dark Bones up and a bad hit there. So that could be a double play. And it will. But here comes the captain. He can cut into this lead with a blink of an eye. Borderman trying to keep up with the top teams in the SBA. Of course, it's been really interesting to see how this goes, but Donkey Kong's going to get all the way to second. This is a help from the flowers, but not the daisy flowers. I don't think the daisy flowers could help in any case of the imagination. But either way, Vanilla Me now up to bat. SBA champion in season 1. Vanilla Me. Paratroopa has been a very up and down pitcher, but has shown to be capable from times. So will be interesting to see what happens here. And Vanilla Me will get on base. Donkey Kong will advance to third. All of a sudden, an RBI chance, and here he is. That lead from the Spitballs could immediately be erased, thanks to one solid hit by Fire Bro. Fire Bro with a hit over the right field, and that ball is crushed. That ball is gone. Fire Bro immediately puts the DK Wilds on top. It wasn't a matter of if, it was a matter of when, and that's exactly what happens. And for the Spitballs to win, they have to take those punches and throw haymakers of their own. Obviously, All-Star voting happening here after week 12. And Firebro immediately putting his name in that conversation. But can the Spitballs respond? Tiny Kong and Waluigi, two of the best hitters on the team, are up. Coach D Sleep looking for a little bit of a win streak here, but this is a very, very good defense that they're going to have to go against. Pop fly there, and now it's up to the captain just to get on base, but Donkey Kong has something to say about it. Star pitch is coming out early. Could be something to look out for, but Waluigi won't be able to get anything to go. Two quick outs, and now here comes Yoshi. Two quick strikes for Yoshi. Trying to continue the vibes with the team. They finally get the out, so the DK Wilds will get back on offense. Remember to tune in and subscribe to the SBA and turn on those post notifications to tune in every Saturday night. This is a Friday night. It's sort of a unorthodox day, but that's why you tune into the Discord and check up on all those updates. And someone brought up a good point. Of course, it's the Muscles Coach and Bushbrain, but definitely the expansion draft was sort of to make it a little more fair between the teams, but nevertheless, it's actually been more top-heavy, probably more top-heavy than Season 1, and that's saying a lot. but obviously it just shows how hard it is to win in the SBA. And how about this? A great bunt there from Taylor McWee. We'll get Chet Beach to second. And really, it is a dogfight here for the wild card, and I think the competitiveness aspect has increased. Look at that grab there from Hennessy. But the competitiveness aspect of the SBA has definitely increased in that wild card scene. While the records aren't that great, the Wally Spitballs are in a 4-way tie with the Peach Monarchs, Stinny Monkeys, and Berto Bows for those last 2 wildcard spots, and head-to-head matchups are now going to seem more necessary and more must-win than in previous years, where we sort of knew what the field was going to be. I have no idea. I could not tell you what the wildcard scene is going to be here in Week 12, and we still got 6 weeks to go, so very interesting to see what happens here. Maybe DK here over the middle. Oh, what a grab there from Firebro. Obviously back to the top of the order, all to me. We'll try and get on base again. And what a grab there from Firebro, gets the double play. Offense stymied for the Spitballs. They had the lead for all of 3 seconds before Firebro said otherwise. And now here comes the DK Wilds again. Obviously SBA on a Friday, sort of an unorthodox thing, but that's why you tune into the Discord to check in with all those updates. Make sure you tune into everything with the SBA, all the updates whenever we go live, stuff like that. And there from Koopa, that's going to be deep over to right field. Can they get the bite jump off in time? Yes, they can. Baby DK, touted by most in the SBA as sort of one of the best outfielders in the SBA. If you remember, everything changed after that first game in SBA history where it doinked off his head for the first home run. Ever since then, he really has been really good, but it's more of a case of the Spitballs not being as good as well. And they're talking about belt to ass when it comes to the Fireballs, but you have to remember, it was a 1-run game the Muscles won by in that game against the Fireballs. And while the Muscles have looked good from time to time, they have looked human as well. It really depends if their stars come through, because when their stars have an off day, the supporting cast has had struggled to try and help them out, but we'll see that in later on for the game of the week. Vanilla Me hit over the middle, and that one will be caught. And here he comes again, Firebro. Parachupa, just trying to avoid another one of those grabs, but oh my goodness, Hennessy denies Firebro, and the Spitballs come back up. You're looking for these 2 players to really sort of kickstart the offense. Get some runs going. Well, what a grab there from Firebro! Like we said before, the All-Star voting is going to start after this week. Something to look out for. Probably you'll see a little bit more of a heightened performance from all these players. We're going to get on that All-Star ballot. Hit there from Red Critter, and that's going to get him on first base. And the continued momentum is Green Paratroopa. Again, what a grab there from Firebro! And unless Red Critter hits a home run, the Spitballs have had no offense here. In this game, the DK Wild is really shutting it down defensively. But definitely look for the pitching change if you are the Spitballs. About halfway through this game, probably the right time to do it. And you do have a really good pitcher there in Waluigi. Keeping him in the bullpen has been helping out this team stay competitive in a few more games, but nevertheless, Chet Meach up the bat, and will not make the grab is Hennessy. Hennessy, for the most part, has been a really integral part of the Spitballs core. He has fallen off a little bit going into Season 3, but he has been absolutely okay. You just hope for a little more out of your superstar player, and that looks like it's going to be a double play by Red Critter alone. This is just Red Critter and the power of friendship at this point. But nevertheless, the Spitballs need some offense to help out with their defense. Red Critter doing everything he can on both sides of the ball, but it's just not enough. And Tiny Kong will not be able to help out that cause. Here comes Waluigi. Waluigi going to use a star hit to try and help out the team. And Fireball makes the grab. Can he get the out? Yes, he can! Star hit gets denied by Fireball. Having a standout performance. Looking for that all-star bid. And the one chance the Spitballs had to just get on base just gets absolutely blown up. The DK Wilds have not been able to do anything on offense either. So we'll see if they can sort of increase this lead, but the star pitchers are going to be coming out here for Waluigi. And over the middle. Red Magic Koopa gets on first base. Koopa at bat, back to the top of the order for the DK Wilds, trying to get a double play here to sort of prevent the damage, and looks like that's exactly what they'll get. Again, another fantastic play from Red Critter, living up to his number 2 overall selection. Waluigi, hit there. Can Hensme get back there in time? No. Perfectly in the gap, and Dry Bones looking on base. Now they gotta prevent this man from hitting a home run. And hit there from Donkey Kong, and that ball is gone! Can they get back there in time? Yes, they can! Alton Me! Are you kidding? That ball was sent to Jupiter, and somehow, someway, Alton Me was able to grab it. And we are still in a 1-run game. Red Yoshi up the bat. Hit over to that left side. Again, the offense has been hard to come by if your name is not Red Critter here for the Waluigi Spitballs. Donkey Kong knowing the severity of this situation, but Baby DK able to get a hit off, but it doesn't matter because Vanilla Me makes the grab. There's the veteranism of Vanilla Me. Alton Me. Hit over to that left side. Can they get back there in time? Yes, they can. Alton Me tried to go for the home run ball, but it hung in the air too hard. And just like that, the DK Wilds will go back on offense. Besides a very eventful first inning, it has been almost really dry from both sides when it comes to runs scored. So now it's ready, the last time for the DK Wilds to get some insurance runs. And Vanilla Me will try and start off that offense. Spitballs will have one more chance to tie this or take the lead going into the bottom of the 7th. And Waluigi knows it. Hit there from Fireball, but that's going to be foul. Hit there over the middle by Firebro, able to get the out. Izumi, known for hitting home runs every once in a while. Could he possibly do it again and really take the lead? 1 run scored here would feel like 10 the way the defenses have played for both of these teams, but instead it's going to be a double play. So the Spitballs know exactly what they need. 1 run to tie, 2 runs to take the lead into the bottom of the 7th. But Waluigi is tired. You're looking for the lead. Can Hensme start that rally here for the Spitballs? A 2-game win streak with wins against the Diddy Monkeys and DK Wilds would all of a sudden put the SBA on notice. Could they do it here? And hit there from Hensme. That goes all the way to the wall. They're not going to be able to get to it. So no out, and a runner gets on first. Can Red Critter give them that lead, get his 2nd home run of the game, and hit over the middle, and that's going to go all the way to the wall yet again. And Hensme is going to go all the way to 3rd. The game-tying run on 3rd base. A fantastic hit from Red Critter, but can the supporting cast help him out? Green Paratroopa. Really waiting for that perfect pitch, but that last one seemed like it was it. And oh, Firebro missed it again! We're tied! Multiple times we've seen this year, Firebro just miss easy grabs. And just like that, it's tied. Tiny Kong with a good hit could give the Spitballs the lead in the top of the 7th. Could D-Sleep be on the upswing? And hit there from Tiny Kong, and that's just going to be a simple out. They tried to get the out at second, but still only one out. And it is up to the captain versus captain matchup. And hit there from Waluigi. What a grab there from Firebro! Double play! Redemption for his error. And it is a tie game. The DK Wilds can walk it off here in the bottom of the 7th. Wishbrain saying he's been a real letdown, and then immediately him making that play shows the validity. It's the vitality of someone like Firebro. Just not living up to his potential. I fully agree. Where definitely, on offense he's been good, but defense he has definitely struggled. But now the Spitballs desperately need to fight for an extra inning. And Waluigi knows exactly what it means. And trying to grab it, and they do get the double play out of it. Spitballs just need one more. And we're going to be going to extra innings. Now, Waluigi does get subbed out. He was tired. He was on the Lost Star pitches. They're going to trust Red Critter in the situation and keep the captain in the infield. We've seen it before where that doesn't really work out. Let's point back to the Bowser Jr. rookie days where you got put in and immediately gave up a home run. Can they get Red Koopa out? Can Baby DK get there? No, he can't. 2 runners on and Dark Bones is up. Can Dark Bones give the DK Wilds a walk-off winner here? And that's over to left field, and that ball is gone! Dark Bones walks it off for the Wilds! And in heartbreaking fashion, the Spitballs lose a game that they could have easily won. Death, Taxes, and Red Critter at pitcher giving up home runs. And by the skin of their teeth, again, the DK Wilds are going to win this game. Dark Bones clearly the MVP, walk-off winner for the Waluigi Spitballs. You had the game in hand. Red Critter was doing everything possible to try and win this game for your team, and it just wasn't enough. And those Spitballs struggles continue. They're so close. They almost had a really good win streak against quality opponents versus the D-Monkeys. Would have been the DK Wilds. What a rough way to go out. It really goes back to Waluigi. Just a big 0 on the board, not doing much as the captain. And DK Wilds, 190 in batting, definitely the highest we've seen this season. And the DK Wilds will go to 10-2, the second team to 10 wins this season. The Waluigi Spitballs will fall to 4-8 and are at risk of missing the Season 3 SBA playoffs. Unreal. Bro, you know who is Waluigi in contention for LVP? I was just about to bring that up. I think Waluigi sold them that game. He did nothing pitching wise. Like, it really was his defense that was helping him out. Man. DK Wilds by the hairs of their chinny chin chin yet again. Unreal way to win. And I mean, for the DK Wilds, let's give them a little bit of credit. Yes, this was a team that really wasn't doing good this season. Oh, how is Iron Lung, by the way, Florida man? But for the DK Wilds, they were heavy favorites in this game. They should have won this game easily. But you have to also remember, for the SBA playoffs, being clutch in those situations when it's like bottom of the 7th, extra innings, DK Wilds have been probably one of the more clutch teams this season compared to other teams that are on the top of the standings. So we'll see what happens here. And now we have a good old-fashioned tank bowl. Well, for one side, I mean, it's the Daisy Flowers versus the Peach Monarchs. The Peach Monarchs are actually fighting for a playoff spot, so we'll see what happens with both these teams. We'll first start off, obviously, with the Daisy Flowers. Yellow Shy Guy, the new addition here for this team. Or not Yellow Shy Guy, Green Shy Guy, the new addition. It's not even a tank bowl because the Monarchs are contending, but even then the Monarchs have been horrifically struggling. And I don't know how you fix that. I mean, this is a get-right game against the Daisy Flowers team trying to lose. So if you can't beat this team, it might be cooked. But I mean, a very bad loss last week, trying to bounce back. We'll see what happens here, but Markiplier won't get an Oscar nomination. And that's just not, like, okay, real talk, I don't think Markiplier is getting an Oscar nomination. Purely off the fact that Hollywood would not let an independent filmmaker get an Oscar nomination. I don't see, like, and I'm not even trying to be mean, like, it's just, they hate independent filmmakers so much. I would not be surprised if they find a way to, like, disqualify Iron Lung. I've seen enough. Bring him to dispatch. Baby Peach. Isn't that a whole ass category? I don't know if it is. Yes, this is literally the baby lineup. I don't find a way for Markiplier. I don't like I've been watching Markiplier since I was like 13, like back in 2013. Like I love the guy, and I'm so happy that everything's going well for him. I feel like Hollywood will try to find a way to screw him, and I don't know why. I just get this gut feeling that they'll find a way to screw with him because they've already screwed with him like in like box office like earnings and stuff like that. I've already seen it, so like I would not be surprised. Jesus Christ, it's Shy Guys versus Babies. I forgot. My God. All right, catcher, Magic Koopa. Also, Magic Koopa not even being put at pitcher. I can get Wiggler being put at pitcher, but I don't know. Goomba, left field. Green Shy Guy first. Shy Guy. Goomba, fuck you. Magic Koopa, Wiggler. Green Shy Guy, Warn Me, Daisy. Alright, looks good to me. Yeah. Alrighty. My mic was muted. But welcome in, everyone, to this Game 2 of the Week 12 SBA slate. We love technical issues of personal fumbleage, is what we like to call it. But like we said before, the Peach Monarchs, 4-7, they're really trying to fight for that playoff spot, and you're going against a Daisy Flowers team that is intentionally trying to tank. They do have some players. You do have Wiggler, you do have Daisy, but overall, this is a team that clearly should get the win here. The Monarchs did not have a good week last week, going an 11-0 loss to the DK Wilds, but the DK Wilds almost lost to the Spitball, so who knows at this point. But a quick double play there will put them right back into this game. Baby Luigi, the newest addition, so now all the Baby Infinity Stones have been collected by Coach Yui. It'll be interesting to see why Baby Luigi was put at the top of the order. Very interesting, but Daisy Flowers here, top of the second. We will see what happens here. Wiggler, one of the best players in the SBA on a struggling Flowers team. From all reports that we're seeing, what a grab there from Yellow Magic Koopa, is that he will not be traded by the trade deadline. He's going to be an integral piece for the future. That is if Flame does not get fired. It has been heavily rumored that Flame or D-Sleep could potentially be on the chopping block. Even Coach Nuclear, his first season, the rookies have not been really good. And really some players have not lived up to the expectations as well. So something to look out for. But Green Shy Guy with a double right away. And here comes Warn Me. Warn Me hit over the middle, and Baby Peach will get there in time. These babies in the outfield do not have a lot of throw power, but they are fast, so they can get to the ball quick. And Daisy, get the Flowers on the board first? No, it's actually quite the opposite. Good Lord. But the Monarchs will come back. This feels like one of those games that's going to be definitely 1-0 for the victory, because both of these teams definitely struggle on offense, but they are pretty decently defensively. It's like the Broncos with Stidham versus the New England Patriots in the conference championship. You never know what you're going to get from both these teams. The best hit so far has been from Yellow Shy Guy. That's proven a lot here. But it looks like Baby Peach will not get on base. A pop fly there to the GOAT. Can Josh Miaro change the fortune here for the Monarchs? Was really good in the beginning of the season, but has trailed off a little bit. But it looks like he can try and get back on track here. That's a home run if they can get the bunny jump in time. Yes, they can. The GOAT with the grab. Obviously, going back to the Season 1 SBA Championship, this is where Monty Mole got a home run off the head of a Bowser Jr. rookie. I am allowed to talk about Jared Stidham. He was on the Patriots. He backed up Brady. Anyways, Baby Peach is going to get on base. For those of you that talk about this is a live YouTube chat. Make sure you subscribe to the SBA, turn on the post notifications, and tune in to the Discord to keep up with everything about your favorite SBA team. But no offense to be spoken of early on in this game. Going to the top of the third, scoreless. It's going to be Gray Shy Guy up to bat here for the Daisy Flowers. Hit from Gray Shy Guy. What a grab there from Yellow Magic Koopa. If you remember, Yellow Magic Koopa was actually the defensive player of the year last year. We're definitely in the running. There's something to look out for. And hit there. Baby Peach. But Monty Mole will get on first base. Of course, yes, Season 2 awards. Defensive Player of the Year was Yellow Magic Koopa. I mean, he was so stellar last year. Changed sides again. Another great defensive player from the Yellow Magic Koopa there. Was a part of the DK Wilds last season. And that was a very disappointing year when you have both Donkey Kong and Bowser. Fortunately, you can't have that luxury nowadays, but Yellow Magic Koopa, one of the lone bright spots here for this Peach Monarch team. How about this from Baby Mario? But that's going to just be a pop fly. If we see a baby home run, I might freak out. I don't think it's going to happen. Baby Daisy, though. Over to that left side. Easy out there for Daisy. Here comes Yoshi Egg's legend, King Boo, going for a home run himself, trying to call his own number. But the GOAT makes another fantastic grab at the wall, preventing the home run. We will go into the fourth inning scoreless. And Bo will start it off. Was a free agent pickup during the season and has been started off the season pretty well, but has definitely trailed off. Nothing there, so here comes Magic Koopa. Looking to change the fortune of this Flowers team. The crazy thing is, they're not even out of a playoff spot if the Daisy Flowers were to win this game, because with how uncertain those last two playoff spots have been, everyone is technically still in contention for those playoff spots. I mean, the rookies are still in contention, the Flowers, the Monarchs, the Spitballs, the Monkeys, and the Bows all are around the same record, which is crazy to think of, even after the expansion. So something to monitor. So a Monarchs win here would definitely put the Daisy Flowers in a rough spot. I wouldn't say this is a must win for the Flowers, but this is definitely one of those situations where you're definitely looking to try and capitalize on an opportunity to eliminate one team out of the playoff. And that's going to be a quick double play thanks to Baby Luigi existing. Look, they're still pitching for this team. Again, the great defense from both sides. Are we going to see our first 0-0 tie in SBA history? Now, by definition, that would actually be a win for the Monarchs because that would give them half a point. And if there were any tiebreakers, the tie would actually still benefit them in that situation, which would be crazy. But it is definitely a possibility. We've seen that before when we had the tie, I believe last season or 2 seasons ago. I think it was actually with the Yoshi Eggs. I think Mushbrain can correct me on that. But how about hit here from Warn Me? That will get him on base. King Boo not doing so well. So we'll look to reset. Hit there from Daisy. That's over to right field. Can they get back there in time? Yes, they can. Baby Daisy with a fantastic grab. Trying. We've seen multiple home run chances from both these teams, but the defenses have locked in on those home runs. And as a result, we are still scoreless. King Boo is tired, so probably looking for a pitch and change if you are the Peach Monarchs. And hit over the middle. And then we're going to be able to get the out for Gray Shy Guy. That is correct. Mushbrain did correct me on that. The Yoshi Eggs in, I believe, Season 1 got in off of a tie. Either Season 1 or Season 2. I would have to look back going into last season. It was probably Season 1. Where somehow Mushbrain's team got in off of a tie. So a tie would actually benefit the Monarchs more than it would the Flowers. But again, and both of these teams, even with a tie, could actually benefit each other and get back into this game. And Baby Peach is just going to advance Josh Miara to second. We're at the point of sacrifice bunts to try and get runs in this game. Making the Defensive Player of the Year from Season 2. Try and bring Josh Miara home. And hit there from Yellow Magic Koopa. That's going to go almost into the pipe, but actually goes off of it. And Josh Miara's going to get home as a result. An accidentally beautifully placed ball from Magic Koopa Great Shy Guy had to go out for it. And by accident, the Monarchs get the first run of the game. That may be the game winner with how this game has gone. And that's an immediate double play. Yeah, So the dream of the 0-0 tie is unfortunately dead. But the Flowers can try and get one run scored in these last 2 innings to force extra time. Seems highly unlikely with how both defenses have been playing. Monty Mole. And again, that goes off the pipe yet again. Monty Mole get on first base. Yellow Shy Guy, nothing to go there. And a little bit of breaking news, we are live, so definitely something to look out for. But one thing I just saw on my phone, just got word that the NBA has now entered discussions about bringing back the Seattle Supersonics if you are an NBA fan. So something to look out for. By the time this gets posted, the news will already have been broken. But a little bit of breaking news for those in the live stream. The Supersonics potentially back in the NBA. Of course, the last time the Seattle Sox were in the NBA, that was when Kevin Durant was on the team in his Rookie of the Year season. But nevertheless, back to the game. Monarchs looking for some insurance runs one more time. Whether these Flyers potentially take the field for the last time today. And what a grab there from Warren Me. If you're the Flowers, you're trying to prevent any more runs here for the Monarchs. King Boo hit over the middle, but Monty will make the easy grab. Luigi over the middle, and it looks like he'll get on base. Luigi's been very, very underrated here for this team. But speaking of underrated, that is not what Baby Luigi is. He immediately gets out. So here we go. Daisy Flowers need 1 run to tie, 2 runs to take the lead into the bottom of the 7th. A couple tight-knit, close games here in the early slate. They'll go for the pitching change and throw in Luigi, who has been very, very underrated as a pitcher here for the Monarchs. Wiggler hit over the middle, but that will be easily grabbed by Baby Peach. Green Shy Guy. Looks like that ball will go right in the gap. The trade acquisition gets on base. Can Warren Me and Daisy help get Green Shy Guy home and tie up this game? And that will be the complete opposite! And as a result, the Daisy Flowers lose yet another game. And the Peach Monarchs will squeak out a win off of an accidental field error. And just like that, the Monarchs get back into the win column, looking to keep their playoff hopes alive. Obviously, the person who got the game-winning run, Yellow Magic Koopa, is going to be your MVP. Daisy Flowers, they had a chance, but really they have no offense to be spoken of. It's probably yikes. But anyways, the Peach Monarchs, they do have a good defense. I will say that if they were to squeak into the playoffs, this is a team defensively that you would have to worry about. Baby Luigi kind of looks like a weird signing right now. Definitely choosing him over Pinky Yoshi is a choice, but nevertheless, we'll see what happens with that one. But with that being said, the Monarchs will advance to 5-7, while the Daisy Flowers will fall to 2-10 and are all but eliminated from playoff contention. It's actually crazy that like the Daisy Flowers have less of a run differential than the Monarchs, and yet they have like 3 more losses. Isn't that insane? Isn't that insane They have 3 more losses, but their run differential is like better than the Monarchs. Hey, you know what? A win's a win. Especially when you're looking at those last 2 spots in the wild card. It's literally up for grabs, so. Everyone, if you want to get your trades in, this is the last time to do it. 10 p.m. EST is when the trade deadline will be here in the SBA. But nevertheless, we have some games to call. Continuing, and now it is time for Bowl Culture. We're going back to Yoshi Park one more time. And it is going to be the Birdo Bows against the Bowser Jr. Rookies. See what happens in this game. Looks like the Bows should win this game handily, but if they don't, all of a sudden they're in a bad position because then the Monarchs would have the win over the Bows and be sort of in those standings, and then for the Bows it would be a dogfight for the rest of those games. But nevertheless, we'll see what happens in this game. But the Bowser Jr. Rookies have definitely been one of the more disappointing teams in the league. You look at someone like Hammer Bro. He has been all but a net negative for this team. You're hoping for Binks McMee to save this team, and if you're at that point, it's a little too far gone. Well, time for pitching experiment. Jesus Christ, Flame. Oh, but eliminated from the playoffs, and he's holding pitching tryouts. I'm crying, bro. We're at the point of pitching tryouts. I'm sick to my stomach, bro. Come on. Oh man. Go, Yoshi. There we go. Rookies, Koopa. Koopa and green dry bones. There we go. Renoki, Kuragumba. All right. It is time for the third game of Week 12. The trade deadline looms over the SBA. And for Bow Culture, they're looking to try and get back on track. And with the Monarchs win, all of a sudden, this is not really a must-win, but to keep track with the wildcard scene, this is definitely a game that you would hope that you would be able to win against a rookie team that is currently 2-9. And if it wasn't for the Daisy Flowers, who are actively tanking, they would be last in the SBA. Here for the Birdo Bows, looking to try and get back on track after struggling early on and continuing to struggle. The Monsters really routing the Bows 9-2. So it's going to be really interesting to see what happens here in this game. Of course, the Bows with a -8 run differential. But going into this week, they were the 5th best team on the SBA by record. So we'll see if they can sort of keep up that momentum. And this is a Bowser Jr. rookie team that has really been underwhelming, and it's all because of this guy. A lot of criticism thrown his way, and for good reason. Hammer Bro has been a net negative here for this team. Even with some offensive firepower, he really just has not been the guy. And going into this season, Nuclear wanted him to be that guy. And as a result, Nuclear is on the hot seat because Hammer Bro has not produced whatsoever. But nevertheless, here comes Bow Culture, Light Blue Yoshi. Remember, Paratroopa is there, trying to help out the team. Has been a decent pitcher, nothing to write home about, but he has still been solid. The team, though, not so much. Now let's Trey Mears up to bat over the middle, and he'll get on base. But of course, Koopa, part of that Season 2 Warrior Muscles team headed by now retired legend Coach Pizza here in the SBA, but that's a deep shot here for Funky Kong. Can that go? And that ball is foul. That's right on the right side of the foul pole. Talk about disappointing players as we see a quick double play there and they'll change sides. It's really the battle between Funky Kong and Hammer Bro. Those who have been probably the most disappointing players in the SBA so far. And we criticize someone like Fire Bro, who has at least been, somewhat adamant offensively. It has been the complete opposite story for both of these teams. Just really underwhelming when it comes to expectations. Bowser Jr. now at bat. Looking for a hit over the middle. But Burrow will get there first. Green Noki. And it over to the right side. That ball will drop. So Green Noki will get on base. Probably more of a chance of a Green Noki home run than a Bowser Jr. rookie win. We'll see if either of those come into fruition. Paragoomba. Hit over the middle. And they won't be able to get to it. So I will get 2 runners on. Paratroopa capitalize on the RBI chance here. Green Noki on second. 2 outs, so they gotta be careful, and it's exactly the hit they're looking for. And now all of a sudden a bases loaded situation for Bow Culture. They gotta be careful. Koopa is a veteran in this league. Has had a lot of playoff experience as well. SBA champion Koopa, and he's gonna send a run home! And the rookies take a 1-0 lead. The experience, the championship pedigree of someone like Koopa. That showed there. Like we said before, going into the Daisy Flowers game, the rookies are not out of it. A win here against the Bows would not only help them, but it would also bring them very, very close in the standings, as that fight for those last 2 wildcard spots has been rough. That's going to send run 1 home. Can they get 2 runs home in time? No, they can't. Green Drybone's able to get a 2nd run home. And they got greedy. Paratroopa tried to go home. But if he stayed, they could have had a chance for more runs. But nevertheless, the Bows will have a chance to respond. A 2-0 lead for the rookies. More than 1 run for the rookies in a game. Who would have guessed that? Not me. Not me in the slightest. But Dark Blue Yoshi going to try and step it up for the rookies. No good. Michiro. Hoping his veteran presence can help out him, even in the SBA being a rookie. He has a lot of baseball experience in other leagues. He's been a very solid rookie on the defensive side. And hit over there, and Binks McMee will get the double play. A very underrated trade before the trade deadline was Binks McMee going to the rookies. If you remember the initial trade, I would have to go up for it, but the rookies got Big Swing Me, and the Warrior Muscles got Yellow Magic Koopa. And that's something really interesting to see when it comes to these teams. Hit there from Hammer Bro. That is deep over the right field. Can they get back there in time? And yes, they can. A fantastic grab from the drink. Defensively standing on his head. And easily a double play there. And Bow Culture will get back on offense. The Drink has actually been really, really good on defense. And he's shown some vital signs on offense. Maybe he is someone that could get into the All-Star game. Of course, All-Star voting happening right after Week 12 ends. So he's really trying to leave a good impression. But Bowser Jr. will get the easy grab there. Hit there from Birdo. That's deep to right field, and that ball is gone! The captain coming in clutch, trying to pull the Bulls back into this game. And it's now a 1-1 deficit. Looper there. Couldn't get anything to go. So now it is up to Light Blue Yoshi. Light Blue Yoshi can't get anything to go, and they just get the out there, and they'll change sides. So Birdo's cut the lead to 1. Can the rookies hold on to this lead? This is a pivotal game here in the wild card race, actually. And if the rookies were to win this game, all of a sudden, we call it wild card madness for a reason. There may be a method behind that said madness. What a grab there from Light Blue Yoshi. And hit over the middle. Oh, Birdo with another grab. The defense now shoring in here for the Bow Culture. Trey Mears, a storied SBA player in his 3rd SBA season. Hit there. Oh, what a grab there from Paragoomba. Can Funky Kong all of a sudden tie up this game here for Bow Culture? Funky Kong. Oh, swing and a miss. And hit over the middle, and just nothing there. Paratroopa catching him off guard a little bit. Now it's up to Dark Blue Yoshi to try and get any offense going, and that's exactly what he does. He'll get on base. Michiro. Up the bat, just looking for a hit over the middle. What a grab there from Hammer Bro. He's hearing the talks about being in LVP discussions. It's definitely him. I would probably assume Waluigi would be in those discussions too. It's very interesting the races we're going to be discussing internally, the commissioners will, about the awards, because it's now about time we talk about those awards. So something interesting to monitor. Light Blue Yoshi has been a fantastic addition for the Brother of Bows, though. But now up to bat. With Pianta originally thrown in as a meme suggestion from Mushbrain last season. And he has actually been a very, very elite pitcher here for the Bows. He's had his struggles game to game, but it really has been because the Berto Bows have not been able to score that much offensively to help out Blue Pianta before he gets super tired. But nevertheless, they'll go back on offense. This has been a very, very close, tight-knit game. Still the Rookies lead 2-1. But can they hold on to this one-run lead? The Berto Bows need to do something to get this game tied up yet again. And that's a good start there from Blue Pianta. And a star hit from the drink actually gets 2 runners on. Hammer Bro couldn't grab it, so Berto had the home run earlier today. Do I hear number 2? And no, not at all. They do get the double play, but Blue Pianta does advance to third. It's going to be up to Blooper to try and get Berto home and try and tie this game. And that's not going to be the case. What a grab there from Binks McMee. Rascal me. Get over to that right side. What a grab there from Light Blue Yoshi. But here comes Hammer Bro. Hammer Bro trying to prove the doubters wrong, but that's going to be a foul. Could really put this game out of reach with a one-run home run, but instead just plays it smart and gets on base. Binks McMee now up to bat. Trade acquisition. Can he get a home run here? No, but a good base hit there. We'll get 2 runners on, only 1 out. And Bowser Jr. continue the momentum for his team. And hit there for Bowser Jr., but that'll be foul. Had the distance, not the direction. And just like that, it's going to be a bases loaded situation for the Bows. They got to be super careful. Green Noki hit over the middle. They can't grab it! The Rookies will extend their lead to 2. Haraguma now up, trying to continue that momentum, but they get the double play. And they finally get out of it. They only sacrifice 1 run as a result. Berto Bows will have a chance to respond. And hit there from Trey Mears. That'll get him on base after that 1 out. And hit there from Funky Kong. That's deep over to right field. It looks like they're ready to go and grab it, and they will. And trying to grab it was Hammer Bro, was not able to grab it. So Dark Blue Yoshi will get on base. And hit over the middle. Now we'll make it bases loaded. So now Bo Culture in a good situation here. And hit there from Blue Pianta. Try to get it in the gap and give the Bows a chance to get a scoring run. But Bowser Jr. is there. Defensively, he has been really, really good. Pitching-wise is a whole nother story. But going into the top of the 7th, the rookies will have some insurance runs. Or at least try to extend this lead. But I think 3 runs is magical for a team like the Bowser Jr. rookies. Again, this would be a pivotal win in the wild card chase. And now the star pitches are coming out. And it there from Koopa. Obviously, Birdo coming in as the pitcher, trying to help salvage this game defensively before they have one last chance on offense. And hit there. Easy grab for Beyonce, and they'll change sides. So the Birdo Bows know exactly what they need. 2 runs to tie, 3 runs to walk it off in the bottom of the 7th. It'll start with the drink. Can they do the unthinkable and stun the rookies and keep pace in the wild card chase? It'll start with the drink. Birdo trying to get on base, and that's exactly what she does. Train not helping at all. So runners on first and third, no outs. The rookie's going to have to walk in defensively. And for Blooper, a chance at redemption from all the smack talk he's been hearing. A lot of trade rumors, but no one wanted him. Call him Jonathan Kaminga. What a grab there from Hammer Bro. Light Blue Yoshi. Trying to prevent disaster. Can the rookies lock in defensively? No, they do allow 1 run scored. So runners on first and second. 1 out. So the game-winning run is on first base. But the game-tying run is on second. Probably look for a pitching change sooner rather than later, but they will keep Paratroopa in. Trey Mears now up to bat. Hit over to that left side. And it's going to go off the train, so it's going to help him out. But not before they get a run scored. Can they get the walk-off? Yes, they can! Bo Culture is alive and well! What was Koopa doing? Tried to go for the buddy throw. It goes off the pipe. Trey Mears, a 2 RBI single to walk it off. Koopa, get yourself a Chuck E. Cheese application. Bows win. Trey Mears, the walk-off. Obviously, he's going to be your player. The rookies had this game in hand. And Koopa, of all people, who had a very decent day up to that point, tries to buddy throw it instead of just trying to get it on base, just kept losing track of the ball. And as a result, 2 runs scored. Trey Mears, the hero, and the Birdo Bows keep pace here in the wild card chase. An unbelievable way to salvage what seemed like an impossible game to come back from. But the Birdo Bows go to 5-7 alongside the Peach Monarchs, and the rookies go to 2-10. And this team is going nowhere but downwards. Wow. I don't even know how talk about fumbling. Good Lord, how do you what do the rookies have to do to win? I don't even know if it's the God. I don't even know if it's the coach at this point. The rookies had a 2-run lead in the bottom of the 7th, and they couldn't capitalize. Oh, they had one out with nobody on. Oh, that's frustrating, man. That would piss me off as a coach. Unbelievable. And we still got 2 games to go. This game, I don't know. It could go either way. Bowser Monsters, definitely one of the better teams, but the Dean Monkeys have been known to play spoiler here at Peach Ice Garden. So, I mean, hey, anything can happen in a game like this, but we'll see what happens here. They're really led by the trio of Toads, with Green Toad, Yellow Toad, and Toadette, who have been really good here. For this team, Yellow Pianta has actually helped out on this field a lot more than people thought when they made the trade. CJ Myrons is a person that just came over as well, so someone to look out for. They also did get Red Noki, so this is definitely a new look team. So the CJ Myrons, EJ Myrons connection, the Myrons brothers are together. Someone call Mushbrain. Someone call Mr. Mushbrain into the YouTube chat. The Myrons brothers are playing their first game together in SBA history. You love to see it. Honestly, this is pretty cool. Dry Bones, Boomerang Bro, Blue Critter, Boo Dixie Kong. Alright, let's do the Bowser Monsters first. Right. Alright, let's connect to me. Let's get right into this game. For the first time in SBA history, thanks to a trade by King Connor, the Diddy Monkeys will have the Myrons twins playing together for the first time. Yes, twins on the same team as you see them, second base and shortstop. CJ and EJ will look to try and help the Diddy Monkeys win a game here against the Bowser Monsters, a very high-stakes game. Bowser Monsters, the best team in the league, while the Diddy Monkeys, 4-7, have been a team to be known as a pesky pest, especially at this arena. We'll see what happens here. Trying to grab it is Toadette, and Dry Bones will already get the third. Gotta be careful if you are the Diddy Monkeys. Bowser Monsters, the best team in the league. They've gone against the best. They've only lost 1 game this year. First team to 10 wins. It has been a very, very good season here for the Bowser Monsters. They're going to attack up and try and go home. Can they throw home in time? Yes, no, they can't. They're going to call him safe. A close call, but does not go the Monkeys' way. And as a result, the Monsters get on the board first. And here comes the Defensive Player of the Year candidate, Blue Critter. But it looks like he'll be able to capture this easily. The Toad outfield has been really, really good here for the Diddy Monkeys. You're expecting offense early and often here from the Bowser Monsters. And you continue to see it here with Boo. It's just a very well-rounded team. Obviously, the player to watch is the person in the MVP conversations. It's clearly Bowser. But here comes Dixie Kong. Dixie Kong has been manning the outfield of Jimmy and Bobby, both rookies, so not many people had high expectations for that outfield. But Dixie Kong has been doing a really good job. And all of a sudden, Green Magic Koopa off to a shaky start. Can they get one out? No, they can't. That's going to send another run home and make it 2-0 in favor of the Monsters. And unfortunately, they have to go with the pitching change early. And you never want to see that if you're King Connor. Because after Diddy Kong, it becomes very shaky when it comes to who you got at pitching. And it's only getting worse. Monsters already have a 3-0 lead. So the RBIs thanks to the rookies, Jimmy and Bobby. But a bases loaded situation has not been beneficial here for the Diddy Monkeys. Hit from Yoshi. And can Toadette get it off? No, it's going to be fair! 6-0! 3 runs scored! Because the ice hit Toadette at the worst possible time, and it's fair! And this has gone bad to worse for the Diddy Monkeys. And the late game collapses, the late season collapses, and it looks like it's only going to get worse. Yoshi goes home, 7-0. Trying to stop the bleeding. Diddy Kong and Green Magic Koopa can't get the job done. And hit there from Bowser. Can that be potentially a home run? No, that's going to be foul. And Bowser using a star hit. He's showing no mercy. This game has quickly got out of hand. And for the Diddy Monkeys, they're just trying to stop the bleeding. Boomerang Bro up to bat yet again. And Green Toad will make the grab, finally. And for the Diddy Monkeys, now they're going to have to work back from a 7-0 deficit to try and get back into this game. And with their run differential 10 over the course of the season, it is not impossible, but it definitely is improbable. What a first inning for the Bowser Monsters. I mean, it just shows how elite this team is compared to everyone else. It has been quite the season here for Coach Jalen, who was coach of the DK Wilds last season with Bowser. Not even as the main person, he was the coach of the DK Wilds, the assistant coach before Jay Jettis got fired. He became his own coach in Season 3, and it's been reaping the benefits of a very, very good stacked team. And oh, Bobby immediately gets hit by the ice. Can Yellowtail possibly go 3 here? No, he just stays at second. So the stadium mishaps are playing a factor here early on. And for the Diddy Monkeys, they need a spark. They need to get at least 1 run back and show some signs of life here on offense. That's exactly what they do not do. Blue Critter, the player to watch, he is on Defensive Player of the Year watch with how good his season has been on the defensive side of the ball. Blue Critter will be up to bat. Trying to grab it is EJ Myrons and will make the grab. Even with the score being as it is a heartfelt story seeing both EJ and CJ on the same team for the first time in SBA history. In all 3 seasons, we have never seen the Twins play together in any game, whether it's the All-Star game or any game in general on the same team. So very cool to see the Twins there together. Bowser Monsters back on offense here. Top of the second, they're already 2 outs, so they got to be careful. And luckily, the defense locks in for the Diddy Monkeys. But is it too little, too late? And that unfortunately looks like it could be the possibility here. Yeah, you can definitely not blame EJ and CJ on this. They are pretty good defensive players in their own right, but just the outfield has been really bad for the Diddy Monkeys. So sort of surprisingly bad as well. And also, Diddy Kong is not doing him any favors on offense. But can CJ Myrons get on base and help start a rally here for the Diddy Monkeys? CJ Myrons over to the right side. That's going to get past Bobby. And CJ's going to get all the way to second. Can his brother get CJ home? And hit there over the middle. But can Dixie Kong get to it in time? Yes. So quickly 2 outs here for the Diddy Monkeys. Can Red Noki continue the rally here? For the Diddy Monkeys? No, she can't. Boomerang wrote a redemption story here on the Bowser Monsters. Was named an LVP candidate last season and has really turned around his career in a 180 here on this Bowser Monster team. Definitely just had to be in the right situation for him. Quick out there for Green Toad. The Diddy Monkeys, there's no ands, ifs, or buts. Definitely no coconuts. You need to play perfect defense for the rest of the game. You want to give yourself every chance possible to win this game. When both of your quality pitchers are tired, it is going to be pretty hard to try and get back into this game. A decent hit there from Drybones is going to get him all the way to second base, though. And they are forced to go with the pitch and change. They will throw in Toadette. So there will be no chemistry in the outfield, but I don't think you're worried about chemistry at this point. You're just worried about preventing disaster. And oh, CJ gets burned, and as a result, Drybone goes home, and it makes it 8-0. And they get the easy out, but not before they score another run. And the Diddy Monkeys are getting into desperation mode. They need someone to be the hero and get on the board. They just need any signs of offense so they can build off that momentum. And they have yet to see it here in 3 innings. Green Magic Koopa, though, that ball will not drop. Jimmy gets there first. And hit there from Green Toad. Again will be an out. This time from Dixie Kong. Toadette. Supposed to be the heart and soul of that outfield. Has been a complete zero this game. And the defense continues to be strong for the Monsters. It could get from bad to worse for the Diddy Monkeys, but I don't think you can get any worse than an 8-0 deficit only halfway through this game. And here, there from Blue Critter, all the way over to that far side. Now here comes Boo over the middle. This one won't be able to be grabbed. So runners on first and third. Dixie Kong now up to bat. And now Toadette's starting to get frazzled. This is looking like just a runaway game here. And oh, they actually don't run to second, but they don't throw to second. This team is just intimidated by the aura of Bowser. Base is loaded. No one was able to score, thankfully. But hit over the middle. That will be an easy grab here, and they will get the double play, but not before another run is scored. We're about to get into the pitching carousel. Sooner rather than later. Bobby can't get anything to go in those switch sides. 9-0. Hope is all but lost here for this team. And it would take a literal miracle, probably the biggest comeback in SBA history, for them to win this game. The biggest comeback back in Season 1 was, if I'm not mistaken, I want to say it was 9 to 10 runs. So this would at minimum tie the biggest comeback in SBA history. But even then, they showed signs of offense early on, but it has been absolutely anything but here for this team. Just a big dud of a game here for the DD Monkeys. And they'll change sides. Easy defense for the Bowser Monsters. If you are tuning into the SBA, make sure you tune in every Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern by subscribing and hitting that bell for the post notifications to make sure you know when we go live. And also check out the Discord for everything. In case you didn't talk about this, gives muscles versus rookies. Of course, you relate everything back to the Wario muscles. Definitely not biased, not in the slightest. Either way, it's not getting any better here for the Diddy Monkeys. And this could have been a huge game for the Diddy Monkeys to win to really help control their destiny. Now the Bows, 5 and 7, have more of a chance. And I mean, even then, the Wily Spitballs, even in that loss, it was close. Like the Spitballs and Rookies, if they're having those close losses down the stretch, they're going to stumble into some wins. And it's only going to get worse for the Diddy Monkeys. And we could see Bowser going all the way to third base, and that's exactly what he does. At this point, I would be better on the mound for the Diddy Monkeys than anyone here, because it has been a rough day for anyone on this team. And what turned from a sweet fairy tale into a disturbing nightmare here for the Diddy Monkeys. Not the greatest debut for the Twins, but they're going to try and help out the offense here for the Diddy Monkeys here in the bottom of the 5th. And over the middle. What a grab there from Blue Critter. Even when you think there's offense, Blue Critter is the Dikembe Mutombo of the SBA. Definitely one of the reasons they are as elite as they are right now. And over the middle, Bobby gets the out at first. Even with a good hit from EJ Myrons, it's not good enough. Everything that can go wrong is going wrong for the Monkeys. And for them, they probably just want to reset, because they definitely still have a chance in the wildcard chase. But at this point, just reset. Worry about next week. It's going to get only worse from here. My goodness, what an absolute dud here. Obviously, next week for the Diddy Monkeys, they face the Rookies. So obviously, you can have a dud like this in this game, because next week, it's the Diddy Monkeys versus Bowser Jr. Rookies. That has major playoff implications. So having your dud game now, if any silver lining, is good. And hit from Toadette. No good. Right when its base is loaded too. Just a terrible performance from the outfield that is supposed to be an all-star caliber outfield for the Diddy Monkeys. And as a result, they have gone cold, for lack of a better word. Can they get there in time? No. Blue Critter will get all the way to second. Toadette's begging to be taken off the mound. It's because she's clearly tired. But they're not doing it. Probably because they don't have many options as well. He's calling up the bat. They'll finally get the out. Some life showing, at least on the defensive side. But now the Diddy Monkeys. I mean, if you're Coach Connor, do you believe in miracles? Because you need 9 runs in 2 innings. Pigs need to fly in order for the Diddy Monkeys to get back into this game. Can Yellow Pianta continue the rally here for the Diddy Monkeys? That is the main question. Going for the home run ball. They're getting desperate at this point. But it looks like Bobby's going to get there in time. Yellow Toad has to run all the way back to first. And then over the middle. Again, a fantastic grab from Blue Critter. Now the Bowser Monsters can sort of add insult to injury with a few more runs. Or they can just get out of this game and just beat the traffic, as what many other people are doing right now here in the stadium. It's getting so bad that Red Noki's coming in. Bobby now up to bat. Looks like they will get the double play out of it. Just an unfortunate day from the outfield. They're in the first inning. If it wasn't for that, it'd be a way closer game. Wish you will get on base, though. I think for the Bowser Monsters, they've heard enough of the disrespect, and they're trying to make a statement. It's a very good playoff caliber team. Bowser now up to bat. Really wants to cement his MVP case. And he's going to add a couple RBIs to that conversation. And that's going to make it 11-0. If Bowser Jr. isn't in your MVP vote, I don't know who is votes. I don't know who could be in that MVP conversation for you folks. 12-0. Call him the Simpsons because you gotta stop. He's already dead. And over the middle, they just can't get out of the 7th inning. The Bowser Monsters, no sportsmanship between these teams, no love lost. On the cusp of being the biggest blowout in SBA history. 16-0 was the score. And hit there from Dixie Kong. Again, they just can't get off the field. Chance for SBA history, but finally they'll get that last out. On a positive side, the game's almost over. On the negative side, it is a 13-0 difference in this game. This would be the second shutout in SBA history. If they can't get any of the offense to speak of, it's just been a very, very bad game for the Diddy Monkeys. another grab. I mean, Blue Critter's just doing it for show. Like, he wasn't even in the vicinity. He's just messing around at this point. And Red Noki. And really? Just end the game, bro. Why Blue Critter got a troll? Why Blue Critter got a troll, bro? Green Magic Koopa. And the ball will actually go past, so can they avoid the shutout? Red Noki's gonna try and go home. Can the throw get there in time? No, it can't! Avoiding history in a good way, and they avoid the shutout by mere inches. Oh my goodness, by milliseconds. They avoid the shutout. Now Yoshi, just trying to end this game here, or the Bowser Monsters won't be able to do here. Two runners get on. You need everything to go your way. And it is just not possible for how this team has been playing all game long. It's a battle of the inevitable. Todai will go for the power hit. And, of course, who's there but Blue Critter. And that will be it here. 13-1 your final. Bowser Monsters almost got the second shutout in SBA history, but they messed around a little bit and let the Diddy Monkeys get 1 run scored. But nevertheless, just a disappointing outing for King Connor. And obviously, your MVP, both Blue Critter and Bowser. I mean, these two have been the X factor for the Bowser Monsters all season long. We don't even have to look at the Diddy Monkeys out of respect for Coach Connor, but what a day for both these gentlemen. 50 in fielding. Again, Blue Critter putting his name in the Defensive Player of the Year conversation really has been one of the key X factors. Him, Dixie Kong, and Bowser have been really the big three to really push this team to where they have been going into, future weeks. They have been really, really good. And that being said, 11-1 with an emphatic win against a playoff hopeful in the Diddy Monkeys, while the Diddy Monkeys fall to 4-8, and a lot of questions got to be answered going into week 13. Yeah, Connor, the game was over in the first. The game was over in the first inning. After the first inning, I'm like, yeah, just wrap it up. If the outfielders are just like pooping their pants, like it's... I also like how Connor he never uses like caps lock. What did you do wrong? Everything. And nothing went right. Everything that you assumed that could go wrong did go wrong. I also like how King Connor just does. He doesn't. I don't think I've ever seen King Connor use caps lock and yell in text, which I think is hilarious. All right, Kissington, get your boy Mushbrain back here, because it is time for the game we've all been waiting for. The game of the week, Warrior Muscles, Mario Fireballs. This was a close game last time. That's why it was voted Game of the Week. So we'll see what happens in this matchup. Critter, Purple Toad, Red Toad, Red Pianta, Mario. This is a very stacked front 7. Jesus. Well, front, you know what I mean. Shut up. I'm locked in, brother. I'm locked in. Slight lineup change. Ooh, okay. I see it. I don't see it, but you know what? I'm just going to trust you. Brown Critter at second. Slight batting. Oh, okay. Well, I wouldn't have noticed that. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, did you just front load your lineup? You greedy motherfucker. I see that. Bro just front loaded all the heavy hitters. I think Wario was like second last time, but I could be wrong. Lineups look good. All right, it's time for game of the week. Last time these two teams faced, it was a 1-run win for the Muscles, so we had to throw this game on Game of the Week for Week 12, as the trade deadline looms right after this game. This is the last impression we'll see before All-Star voting as well. Both these teams very skilled, both in the top of their respective fields. And we'll see what happens here for the Mario Fireballs. 7-4 at the top of that wild card chase. Almost a lock all of a sudden with how bad the really bottom half of the SBA has been. But the Mario Fireballs have played spoiler before. One of the DK Wild's loss was to the Mario Fireballs. Arrow playing a factor early on to benefit the Wario Muscles. Here at Wario City for this matchup, and here's the guy to watch. Putting his name in MVP conversations. What a bounce back year he has. And hit here from Petey Piranha, and that ball is gone! What a start for the Wario Muscles. In their previous outing against the Fireballs, they struggled offensively throughout the entire game. But this game, they had no such issue, thanks to the MVP. Now up to 2-time Slugger of the Year, looking for his own shot, but that's going to be foul. Has been traded more times than he's won Slugger of the Year, almost twice as much. Oh, what a grab there from Red Shy Guy, who also was a player to watch here in this game. Those home run shots are going to be, they're going to come, you know, early and often here for the Muscles, but it's how the Mario Fireball is going to respond. How about another one here from Brown Critter? Make that 2! It's all of a sudden turning into a home run derby. The Wario Muscles looking for redemption after almost being defeated at the hands of the Mario Fireballs last time out. Hit from Wario, and finally they get it out. This time it's thanks to Green Critter. Rex Meavers up to bat. And just a batted there. And we'll go to the bottom of the first. 3-0. Muscles making a statement early on, but this Mario Fireballs team is very, very good. Make sure you subscribe and turn on those post notifications for the SBA. And check out the Discord for all your updates. And tune in every Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern for everything about the SBA. Mario Fireball starting here. Bottom of the first. What a grab there from Petey Piranha. Green Critter tried to go for the line drive. Green Critter has been one of the better players in the league. He's just facing an even better player in Petey Piranha. Purple Toad. Hit over to the right side and he will get on base. And hit there from Red Toad. This time it's grabbed by Brown Critter. And they get the double play that they need. The Toads have been praised in the past for how good they are contact hitting back to back, but Brown Critter avoids that issue in a 1-2-3 out scenario, and the Muscles have firm control of this game. Blue Noki now up to bat, all the outfielders for the Muscles. Trying to add on to their tally. And hit over the middle. This time it will be caught by Red Toad. Ebert and Migamar out there in the outfield. But Blue Toad up to bat. And hit there, but that'll be foul. Blue Toad has had some error issues in the past when it comes to fielding. Trying to right his wrongs by getting off to a hot start offensively. Over the middle, and that'll be on the ground. Blue Toad will get the first base. Papo had a home run last time. Can he get one again? And this time it will be caught by Red Shy Guy, and they'll get the double play. The Shy Guy is really coming in and really being fantastic infielders. Red Shy Guy, originally an outfielder, moving into the infield and has had no problem when it comes to versatility. Red Shy Guy has definitely have to be up there. But can the Mario Fireballs respond? Not almost grabbed by Petey Piranha. A little too far for his reach though. So Red Pianta will get on first base. Mario over the middle. And that will get two runners on. Migamar and Ebert up. Both have been fantastic rookies. What a grab there from King K. Rool. Decides to go to third. And Pianta gets stuck for Mario stays at second. So a quick double play. Fantastic awareness there for King K. Rool. But what a hit from Ebert. And then ball is gone. A fantastic rookie season grazes the foul pole. And that'll make it a one-run deficit for the Fireballs. Red Shy Guy now up to bat. Over the middle. That ball will drop. So Red Shy Guy will get on base. And hit there from Toadsworth. Won't go anywhere. And Mushbrain on the sideline is begging for a replay on that home run. And the ref just said, up yours. Unbelievable stuff. Muscle's probably going to be able to respond nearly immediately. They'll define if ball don't lie here with these bats. And Blue Dry Bones will get on base first. Petey Piranha trying to call his own shot, going to the far side. Can they get back there in time? No, they can't! Ball does in fact not lie! And they get those two runs right back. What a redemption arc it has been for Petey Piranha. In previous seasons, he really even wasn't that great of a player. but coming into Season 3, it was really, really surprising that he got taken first overall. But man, has he paid out here for Mushbrain. How about another one for Brown Critter? Welcome to the Home Run Derby. And right when you think the Fireballs have a chance, the Warrior Muscles shut the door immediately. Red Pianta not having a good day, but they decide to keep him out there. Hit there from Wario. And we'll get the out. And hit over the middle. What a grab there from Green Critter. Obviously going back to the game that mattered the most. If we're going to doom the Warrior Muscles, it was the multiple errors that caused them to lose to the Bowser Monsters. And the reason why the Bowser Monsters are the best team in the league right now, they couldn't get over the hump against the Bowser Monsters. And everyone's questioning, when the playoff comes, you know this is a talented team, but again, Mushbrain, not really known in the SBA as a playoff performer. So it's something to definitely look out for, just because we've seen really great teams get bounced in the first round in the first 2 seasons of the SBA as well. Is this one of those teams, or do we think this is a team that can truly go the distance? Warrior Muscles technically won last season, but it was under a different head coach regime. Oh my goodness. And it's because of stuff like that that I'm not confident in them when it comes to playoff, because of errors like that against the best teams in the league. It's just so unlikely. And they do get the 2 outs from the double play. Again, great awareness from King K. Rool. So the Warrior Muscles will go back on offense, but the errors are just ridiculous sometimes. Will they go for the pitching change here in the 4th inning? And hit over to the left side, and that one is gone! Get ready to be sewer, buddy. That's the 3rd time the Sewers have interrupted a home run buddy jump. And it's 7-2. Home cooking really helping out this Warrior Muscle team. And they're forced to put in Mario a little earlier than they wanted to. And that's an easy grab there for Green Critter. And hit there for Blue Critter. Or Blue Dry Bones, my apology. Trying to go for the home run, won't be able to get it. And if the Sewers weren't there, we could be talking about a really close game. We could be talking about the Mario Fireballs leading this game. Because let's keep it a buck. I mean, the Sewers have now interrupted 3 home runs, some of them multi-home runs. And that's really in the only case they've been getting these runs as well. Something to look out for. Mario Fireballs are definitely not out of this game yet, but they do need to get some offense going right now if they want any chance. Hit there from me, Gamara, going deep to center field, and that ball is caught! My goodness, Pablo! A fantastic grab! Me, Gamara, went for the kill shot and couldn't get it. Ebert over the middle. He'll get on base, so 1 runner on. Only 2 outs. That was very close. Get And Red Shy Guy continue the momentum. And hit over the middle. And they will get the out at first and change sides. Surprisingly, the best defensive player so far besides Pablo has been King K. Rool. His awareness on getting those double plays has been really good at first base. Very underrated from the Slugger of the Year. Warrior Muscles in firm control of this game. And nothing there for Petey Piranha. And King K. Rool call his own number. Looking for the home run ball over to the left side. This time the sewer will not play spoiler. But can they get it? Yes, they can. A fantastic grab from Red Toad, preventing yet another Wario Muscles home run. And hit from Brown Critter. We'll get him on base. And hit over the middle. This time it'll be caught by Green Critter. Defensively, the Mario Fireballs have been up and down, but they'll have 3 more chances to get 5 runs. You need your supporting cast around your star players to really start stepping up. And they need to step up right now. And just a bad hit from Toadsworth. Nowhere to go there. Hit there from Green Critter. This time it won't go anywhere. Brown Critter shutting that down. You need some signs of life on offense, and you need it now. Hit over to that left side. Double Toe will get on first base. Mario Fireballs. This would be a statement win in redemption for last time, and all of a sudden, Purple Toad has a chance to go home, and that's exactly what he does, getting bold and makes it a single RBI triple there for Red Toad. Finally, the stadium working in their favor for once. But can they continue that momentum? That run will mean nothing if they just get out at the next possible chance. But this time they send another run home. Can they get the out though? Yes, they can. It prevents the run. Had a chance to make it 7-4, but Red Piazza couldn't get the first in time. Momentum starting to swing in the Fireball's way. Mario being extra careful. And what a grab there from Green Critter. Green Critter and Red Shy Guy are going to have to really man this infield and prevent these runs here from the bottom of the order. And it over to that left side and will be caught by Mikamara. Mikamara and Meebird have been outstanding rookies here. And hit over to that far side. So it does play a factor, but it's not a home run. So they'll change sides. Exactly what they needed. Keep it stable for the moment. And now the captain will come out. 2 more chances for the Fireballs to try and tie up this game or take the lead. It'll start off with the captain. And just nothing from the captain. Mario has been a non-factor all season long for the Fireballs. Really carried by his supporting cast. Now you're going to need Mikamara and Meebert to show that magic again. Hit this time, and Brown Critter will make the grab. And it looks like the only offense that they had was in the bottom of the 5th. And just a bad hit over the middle. And it's looking more and more likely that the Warrior Muscles will get a much-needed win here to keep pace and try and stay for the chance of a bye. For the Mario Fireballs, you have to be really careful. Really, because you know the fact that any more runs scored will really defeat this game. It's still attainable at 4 runs. But you cannot allow any more runs scored or this game is more likely than over. They're allowing consistent hits like that. BD Piranha now up to bat. And just a bad hit there from BD Piranha. Can they get the triple play in time? Yes, they can! Right when they needed it, they got offense. But you have one last shot to get 4 runs. 5 runs will win you the game and walk it off. Can the Fireballs play spoiler to the Muscles in their own building? It's going to have to start with Red Shy Guy. And hit over to that right side again. Brown Critter will make the easy grab. You need a miracle. Just get Toadsworth on base, and that's exactly what you get. Keep it at 1 out. Just continue the rally. You're at the best part of your lineup and your best chance to try and get back into this game. Going for the home run ball may not be the smartest thing to do here, but Green Critter knows how desperately he needs him, how his team needs them. And they just go for the hit there. Goes off the arrow and goes all the way to the corner. This could be huge. Will Toadsworth go home? That's exactly what he does. No, he goes back to third and he stays. Oh my goodness, safe by inches. Purple Toad now up to bat. And hit over there to that far side. And that's going to send a run home. You have a lot more work to do, but that's a great start for the Mario Fireballs. The 2 Toads have been great contact hitters for the Mario Fireballs. And they throw in the captain. Looking to end this game and prevent any more damage. And it goes the actual opposite way. Stays at second. Run scored. The game time run is on first base. Tensions are getting... I mean, you can cut the tension with a knife at this point. But will Red Pianta go for the kill shot? Try and go for the game winner, but no, they'll just go for the contact hit. Mario Fireball's playing it really safe, and they avoid the error again. They keep missing it. And Red Toad will luckily stay at third. Run scores, though. And it really relies on Mario. The game-tying run is on third, and that's all the way to the corner. Blue Noki makes the grab, but Red Toad tags up. Can he get home in time? Yes, he can! We're tied! Heads-up awareness by Toad! Brown Critter couldn't throw it home in time. Game-winning run on first base, bottom of the 7th. And Migamaro over the middle. Just a safe hit. Call it Moneyball, because all you need to do is get on base. Meebert has had a stellar rookie season. Can he add on to his legacy? Here. Game-winning run on second. Meebert over to that left side. That could go off the arrow, but instead, Pianta's going home. 2! And the Mario Fireballs get redemption for earlier in the season. A 3-2 loss turns into an 8-7 win later on. An unbelievable rally. And what a rookie season for Meebert. We might have to invent the Rookie of the Year for someone like Meebert. I mean, he has had an unbelievable season. Wario Muscles just, again, this is why I'm not one of those teams that can trust him in the playoffs. The errors continue to be an issue with this team, and it goes back to coaching, unfortunately. But going over to the Fireballs, what a win. And Meebert continues to drive his legacy home as one of the better players in the league. Mario Fireballs 8-4. The Wario Muscles are now out of a bye slot and gets inserted the DK Wilds. That will do it here for week 12 for the SBA season. My name is Commissioner Crown. We will see you guys Saturday night. Absolute cinema. I knew when I saw this game on the docket, it had to be game of the week. Absolutely knew it. Wow. That will unfortunately do it for the SBA for week 12. The trade deadline will be in about 50 minutes. So get your trades in while you can. But with that being said, this will do it for this week of the SBA. We will see you guys for next week. And during next week, reminder that we will not be doing it next week, but the week after. So for next week, in the meantime, we will be starting All-Star voting. So be on the lookout for that. But this has been the SBA. We will see you guys next time.